Not yet, I guess not yet. We'll push forward. I told you.
We're up here in the corner. Balls are up here in the corner.
And good morning, Jackrabbits fans. This is Mike back on the mic. So very happy to be here. The 9 a.m. game in your state capital is off to a cold start. I think game time temp here as we Jackrabbits take the field. They're the home team. Game time temp is something like 34 degrees. So sweatshirts and blankets and hand warmers all around for the fans. And we've got the boys wearing their first time ever wearing the grays. So this is gray unis for everybody. We'll get through the defensive setup here in just a second as I get my radar gun sorted. And we're playing the Denver Royals today. Denver Royals look like they got a tournament in last weekend. So Jackrabbits are 9-1 with two tournament victories this season already in the AA. However, this is AAA. We were promoted due to our victories, especially last week's effort. 4 games on a Sunday that were pretty phenomenal baseball. I missed it, of course. You guys saw Eric did a phenomenal job on running the cameras. I was up with my buddies skiing, but I am back now today running the cameras, and I'm going to talk to you. So Chris is on the mound, starting pitcher. He was hurt last week a little bit, had a leg injury. He appears to be better now because his fastball is fastballing, so that's perfect. Isai's behind the plate. He's going to throw it down around the infield. We've got Gianni, and then Jorge, Ricardo at second, and Jabrell starting at first. In right, looks like we've got Mason. In center, we've got Jack, and in left, who is that in left? Maybe Mason's in left, and Joe's in right. Excuse me. And we're ready for first pitch here of the Caba AAA. Luck-O the Irish. And we're playing the Denver Royals here. Number 2 steps in to face Chris. First pitch of the at-bat. It's on its way. And 67 right at the letters to strike one. Nice loud call from the ump, which I appreciate, as a guy who's going to have to be figuring out what they're doing all day. And swinging the hype fire, number 2 is ready for the second pitch. And there's a nasty slider, 61 in the dirt. Isai's got to do a better job of stopping those, and he knows they're coming. So a beautiful slider, which is Chris's specialty. And with no 2 count now, Chris can kind of do what he wants here. And he throws a curve at 58 high and inside. Chris, although he was hurt, has thrown 4 2/3 of innings for us already this year. And he's faced almost 30 batters. This is his 30th batter of the season. And there's a curveball that hung a little bit and is going to hit off to the side and foul. He was hit pretty good because he was not feeling great. So in those 4 2/3 innings, he did give up 8 earned runs with 10 base on balls. So his ERA is a 12, which is not good at all, but it's very early in the season. Again, injury prone. That 68-mile-an-hour fastball is at the chin, a little high. And the next pitch is a little pop-up over to second base. And Jorge is underneath it. Sorry, that was Jorge to short. So 1 batter up, 1 batter down. And after, I think that was about 5 or 6 pitches, we got our first out. Nice pop-up to Jorge. And in steps number 8 now for the Royals. Chris going from the wind-up there on the portable mound. You can see that nice AstroTurf green stands out from the dirt. And that is a 66, very high. And I'm sorry, that is Emilio in right. I apologize. I just heard him being yelled at, told to come in a little bit closer. So pulling the right fielder in, left fielder's back. Nice swing by the number 8 batter here for foul ball, strike 1. Now with a 1-1 count, Chris is going to put his cleats back on the rubber, get the sign from Isai, number 8, ready. Beautiful slider, 56, but in the dirt. And number 8 doesn't go for it. So good eye by number 8. Doing a bit of gardening himself there in the batter's box. Chris now's got to bring a strike here. And he does, but it's going to be fouled off. So this batter is well and truly zoomed in on these mid-60s fastballs. So we got a 2-2 count now. So Gianni is tight on the line over here. Smart move. He's moving over as he's seen the batter has a chance to pull it. And there's a 60. I think that was supposed to be a curve that didn't curve. And now we got a full count. So pressure's on Chris here to bring a pitch. He's probably going to need to bring a fastball. And Gianni and Jorge need to be ready for that pulled pitch. Payoff pitch on its way. And it's low and away for ball 4. So we'll have the runner on first. And in steps number 5 for the Royals. Chris will have to come from the windup. And we'll see if Isai can able to throw him out at second. Big lead over at first. So hopefully there's a throw over to just keep him honest. I will say, if you guys can see the umpire in the field, he has his normal umpiring equipment on, plus an overcoat, plus a mask. So he is burrowed up there. And there's a throw down, and it's offline. They would have had him, but to the shortstop side, weren't able to make the tag. And the runner takes second. Jorge will run the ball into Chris. Now with the runner in scoring position. Chris will need to make the pitcher or the batter here keep the ball in the infield, keep that runner at second. 68-mile-an-hour pitch just outside, so Chris really bringing the heat here. The mound's a nice mound. We've had some mounds that are really steep drop-offs. These are all, this has a thing. And a 57 curve that's high and inside. Number 5 ducks out of the way. I think if Chris can really snap that curve off, he'll get number 5 here. But now he's a little bit of a hole. And next pitch. He went strike 67. That was a slider, I think, but it was really fast. And we got 2 balls, 2 strikes now. So Chris back in the driver's seat. Runner second taking a big lead, even getting bigger now. There it is, strike 3. What a beautiful 56-mile-an-hour curveball. Froze number 5. My hat's off to Chris for that beautiful pitch. And number 5, that was me, all at this age and older. Could not hit that curveball, scared the bejeebies out of me. Now, with 2 outs and a runner on second, Chris did exactly what he needed to do there, which was to get that second out. Key here is we got a lefty in, swinging the hype fire. A very controversial, potentially juiced bat. And we're going to take a ball inside. Isai dropped the ball, but didn't go far, and the runner at second stays at second. So it looks like number 17 is stepping in. I'm off to the third base side, so I can't see his number, but on the camera there, it looks like a 17. So 17 now with a 1-ball count. Very talkative bench from the Royals. And that ball is corked deep into center, but Jack is underneath it, and Jack is going to pull it in for the 3rd out of the inning. So Chris, a wonderful job. The walk doesn't come back to hurt him, and with that, we have the 3 outs at the top of the 1st. Jackrabbits will put their helmets on, and they'll come up to bat here as we get no runs for the Royals on no hits and 1 man left on.
Hey, Jerry. Yeah, of course. Chris, all right, Teddy. Chris, all right, Teddy. All right, hey. Oh, yeah. Hey. Starts up, right? Starts up.
Remember, practice your hips. And the nice thing is when you're sitting down, you set that front down. Slow kick, get your timing up. Got nothing for you, Chris. Got nothing. How many pitches was that for Chris? Hey, are you guys getting your timing down? I don't see anyone working on it. I'm ready. I'm always telling you. Yeah.
And the Jackrabbits here, ready to bat. This will be a first chance to see some AAA pitching, and I can see already that number 6 out on the mound, no, maybe number 2 on the mound. Turn around, buddy, I can't see your number. Already has quite the arsenal of pitches. He's throwing a couple of fastballs and a couple of curves already with quite a bit of accuracy, as well as keeping it above 60 miles an hour. So going to be not the same quality pitching we saw the last 2 weekends, but that's the whole point. We wanted to see the better quality pitching. The Jackrabbits, remember, for all of 2025, the coach wants them to hustle. Does not take any talent whatsoever to hustle, and everybody can run on and off the field. You can run from station to station, and you can make sure to be just engaged in the game at all times. So that's the other one. The second is body language. We're not going to get too up when we're ahead. We're not going to get too down when things don't go our way. Baseball is a game of failure. Very famous saying that if you fail 7 out of 10 times in baseball, you will be a Hall of Famer. So working under controlling the body language, and really for 13, and we have 12 and 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds on this team. This is a lifelong skill, controlling your body language, making sure that you don't betray your feelings in a way that doesn't show up others or hurt your team. So that's another thing. And then finally, performance. The goal here is everybody is batting 400. We'll get to some batting averages later. They have a 650 on-base percentage and then an 850 slugging. So, goal here is to not only get some hits, but really get some extra base hits. And of course, if you can't get hits, then get on. So Chris will step in, and that puts Jorge in the on-deck circle. So we'll wait for the first pitch here from the Denver Royals pitcher. It is number 2. Swing and a miss, a 68-mile-an-hour fastball. Beautiful pitch. So almost a 10-mile-an-hour difference than what we were seeing last weekend. Where the boys were throwing upper 50s, now we've seen upper 60s. And 68 on the outside corner. So number 2 doing exactly what he needs to do, getting off to a great start here with 2 strikes. And you're going to look for a changeup here, or maybe a curve. And that was anything but. That was 68, fouled off to the right. So good job by Chris to see it, spot it, and do something with it. Still with that 0-2 count now. Chris swinging the Cat X. And he swings at a fastball in his eyes at 65. So he goes down swinging. 1 down for the Jackrabbits already. And Jorge will step in. Teddy will be in the on-deck circle. Jorge is going to take 68 high and in the eyes. Jorge is hitting .412 for the season, an on-base percentage of .677. So he gets on almost 7 out of every 10 times he's up. And he needs to do that because Teddy needs to get him behind him and score some runs. Jorge has 7 hits on the season, 5 of which are singles and 2 of which are doubles. Swing and a miss, a 66. So as far as I can tell, number 2 is just throwing fastballs all the time. He did have some curves during his warm-up pitches, but we've seen nothing but high velocity fastballs from him. And the umpire going to clean off the plate a little bit. Hopefully remind everybody what the count is, because I've forgotten. Swing and a miss, and that will be strike 3. So 2 up, 2 down, both on strikeouts. So number 2 bringing the heat.
Hey, starts off, Teddy. Let's go.
So Teddy loves a first pitch fastball. He's probably going to see that here. He just has to be patient, only swing at good ones. And he foul tips it 69 into the glove of the catcher. We're at 300 feet fences here, 8-foot fences. Looks like 307 to dead center. So turning a 70-mile-an-hour pitch around, and with one of these aluminum bats, the ball's going to go far. And Teddy's going to take 68 outside. Teddy's batting .593 on the season. And what's interesting about him is he's got 16 hits, 8 singles, 8 doubles. So he is Mr. Doubles. And instead he's going to pop that ball up and out of the way for foul ball for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Teddy kind of dropped his back elbow there. Really the whole backside had collapsed. That's why he got underneath it and popped it out of the way. He's got a swing over the top and out. Choking up with 2 strikes. Let's see if we get that curveball. And we do, and Teddy pops it straight up. and it's going to go right here to the third baseman, who catches it. Oh, drops it. It drops it right behind the mound. So Teddy on with a error from the third baseman. That was a gift. Now the Jackrabbits got to be smart. So Teddy's whole backside collapsed on that, got underneath it, swung, hit the ball straight up. So Gianni now is up. Gianni is hitting .474 on the season. Teddy with a decent lead, but doesn't look like he's going. And a foul ball off to the right. So hitting .474, but what we really need to talk about is his slugging percentage. He's batting 1.316, and that is because he has 9 hits. But of those 9 hits, 4 are home runs, ladies and gentlemen. He's put the ball in play 9 times. 4 times it's gone over the fence. So that's why his slugging percentage is so darn high. Second pitch of the at-bat is on its way. Swing and a miss, a 65 in his eyeballs. And now he's in the hole, deep in a hole with 2-strike count. Now with 2 down and 2 strikes, I'll bet Teddy has the steal sign here. He does have a little bit of a bigger lead. And Teddy's off. And there's a pop fly off to the right. That ball is going to go to the first baseman, and he's going to come down with it for the 3rd out of the inning. And with that, Jackrabbits go down with a whimper. No real threat. It is 0-0 after 1. And we'll be back here at the top of the 2nd. I believe Chris will be back on the mound. How you doing, Blue?
All right, how you doing, buddy?
Well, my toes are frozen. How about yours? But at least I'm not going to take a foul ball off of them, so that's going. You out here all day? Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll be back on this field at 1, so we'll get you guys again. I like your field up there. He's like overcoat, mask, the whole thing.
Definitely not going to be cold.
He's not going to be cold, yeah, now. Oh, I just got into the shade. It's going to be even colder for me now. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the top of the 2nd here. Let me see if there's some defensive changes for us. Chris is still on the mound, and Isai's still behind the plate. Does appear as though Joe is now subbed in at 1st. And Ricardo is at 2nd. Jorge at short, and Gianni at 3rd. So the only change on the infield is Joe in at 1st. Teddy is running out to right field. Jack in center, and is that Mason in left? Yeah. Mason in left. So we just have the Teddy for Emilio change there. So on the right side we got 2 new players. Otherwise, 7 remain. Chris doing warm-ups here and making the glove pop. Do want to shout out to Jason Hoffman, who has been just a really great YouTuber who does a lot on broadcasting of games, including baseball games, how I got into this. If those of you that are watching and are interested in learning more, definitely go check out Jason Hoffman's YouTube channel. It's full of wisdom. I'm a little jealous. He keeps getting sent new cameras by different manufacturers, and so he has all kinds of toys to play with over there. We're rocking a full Mevo setup here. Folks are interested in exactly what we're rocking. It's a Mevo, M-E-V-O. It's in the lower right-hand corner every now and again of your screen. And we're rocking 4 cameras, and we're using the Mevo Multicam as on an iPad to make this work. So in steps number 11 for the Royals. Chris on the mound, nice and tall. He comes set, so not from the windup. Oh, no, now he's wind up. I don't know what that was. And that was a 65-mile-an-hour curveball that went right at me. That did not curve. I could see the red dot, but it didn't break in any way. So coach is immediately asking him if he's okay. They must have seen something they didn't like there. Again, Chris had a leg injury last week. It really hurt his pitching. Didn't hurt his hitting. He hit a home run over the fence, but he was not nearly as accurate. Oh, that's no good. That's 66 in the dirt, too. No look of concern from the coaches now, so. There it is. 65. That was nice. That was a curve, it looked like. There's a nice 57-mile-an-hour slider. And we got 2-2 count now. Here comes the next pitch. Oh, there's a pitch way outside.
Coach, whoever it is up here, have them knock it off, please.
They can do it while pitcher's doing it.
They're not.
It's 3-2 now. And we got some concern about chanting from the dugout and chanting from the the parents here on the sideline. All right, so 3-2 count now. And then the payoff pitch is on its way. And that ball is away. 68 outside. And the runner will take first. So runner on first now, number 4 steps in, looks like. So Chris now in a little bit of a bind, being no outs and runner on first. We've seen the Royals run once already, so they may do it again. And that ball is away. Oh, we called a balk on Chris. The runner will take second. I missed the... Oh, he had a twist of the shoulder. So, oh, no pitch. No pitch was called. So, no count. Runner on second after the balk. And number 4 is digging in. Swing and a miss. And the ball squirts away. The first strike to our batter here. And that ball is away, 65. So Chris with a very deep sigh out there. He's foul ball. Got him. That ball. Foul ball. So it was a foul ball. Hit went behind the batter. Hit the bat. The ball went into fair territory, but the ump called it foul. So there's no play at first. The runner will return to second, and now I think we have a 2-2 count. And nobody. Oh, maybe 1 ball, 2 strikes. Excuse me. I think that's what ump just yelled. So Chris not looking at first or second. Excuse me. Now he's looking at second. And the next pitch is a short little ground ball to Gianni. He throws it to first, and they'll get him by a step. Those 90 feet bases are deadly, but that is not before the runner does get to. Oh, the runner did not get to third. I don't know why he didn't go there. He could have gone halfway and then run on the throw. So the runner stays at second. You can see him there over the shoulder of Chris. And the Jackrabbits get the first out of the inning. So number 36 steps in. And that is a 65 and just high.
Relax, deep breath.
Now we got to holding the runner on completely, but then he pops off. Ricardo pops off. Foul tip. Great catch by Eastside. 63 and strike 1. Chris comes set now, and we call time. 36 frozen there. Smart move by 36 there. He was waiting too long and was too set. So we're going to reset the whole pitch here. Play ball is the call from the ump. Chris comes set. Swing and a misses, 66. That was right down Colfax. Mano a mano, you challenge him, and Chris is the winner on that pitch. Now with 1-2, let's see if they do it again or if they bring that slider. Chris's breaking ball has been very hit or miss today. He does bring the slider, and they're going to have a play at third. Oh, and we don't have a play at third because the ball, Isai picked the ball up after it got past him, and then it popped out of his glove on the transfer. So the runner will get to third. Another case of the baseball gods doing what they do. The kid should be on third after that ground out anyway, so he's going to be where he's supposed to be after this pitch. Field ump talks to Chris again. I think the field ump is not liking, Chris kind of does like a double clutch. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but he's like a double clutch into his glove on most pitches, and I don't know if he thinks he's showing that as a concern about a balk or something, attempt to receive. Now with a full count and a runner on third, it is the payoff pitch right here with one down. Want to get this second out very badly. Foul ball, and as you saw, that hit my camera. Great job by 36 to stay alive. I'll go fix the camera. How's that? Is that good enough? That's right. Bring it down a little. And the pitch popped up and out of play. So 36 and Chris are having quite the battle right now. And we got a call for ball, extra baseballs here. Don't have enough to play. So I think I got my camera back to the right spot. So a good battle between these two young men here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, runner on third. We got a time from the field ump. There were too many Royals that were spilling out of the dugout. So danger in the event of a foul ball. And that is going to be a curve that does not curve, and great at bat by the Royal batter to get himself to first. So now first and third with only 1 down. So Royals definitely challenging right now. And let's see what Chris can do here. Double play would be in order if we get a hard hit ground ball. That ball is in the dirt. Eastside is just going to knock it down, and they're going to let the runner take second. So now the double play is no longer in order, and Jackrabbits will have to probably trade a run for an out on a ground ball to the infield. Swing and a miss at a 67-mile-an-hour tailing fastball from Chris. Chris's fastball generally doesn't have a lot of movement, but that one definitely was sliding glove side. And we got timeout. Ump's going to clean off the plate here. Appreciate the ump taking ownership of the plate, so we get the full plate call there. And now the next pitch. Great stop by Isai, ball in the dirt, 63. I think that was supposed to be the slider. So it looks like Chris's breaking balls both his curve and his slider, are absent this inning. But it may be better just to challenge which we should be near the middle to bottom of the order here. Maybe just challenge him with Chris's fastball. And we do, and there's a ground ball right to Jorge. Who's going to get him at first for the out? Oh, and the ball gets away. Oh no, the ball gets away. I didn't miss what happened there. But the runner will be safe at first, and 2 runs will score. 1 on the ground ball, 1 on the error. I think that would have been there because it looked like the ball was there in time. Oops, I want to put that back. So the runner at first kind of rubbing his shoulder. So maybe the ball wasn't online and hit the runner. Jorge actually pretty dejected, talking about body language. You're looking at his body language right now. He's holding himself accountable for not making that throw. And on that error, we're going to see the Jackrabbits fall behind 2 runs.
You got this, 9.
So number 29 steps in. And the runner at first with a nice big lead. And there's a run, throw down a second. I'm not sure what happened on the throw there. The runner's in safely. So now we got a runner in scoring position and only 1 down. So lots of noise coming from the Royals dugout. It reminds me a lot of that ball is hit into left, and it will get down, and Mason makes the scoop but does not make the play at third, so that's a very long single, and it'll put runners on the corners for the Royals. And in steps number 3. I do this every game. I always want to write the name of the number of whoever leads off, and I forget. I have not seen that bright red bat yet, so I think this is his first at bat. But I think we are getting close to the bottom of the order here. And the runner will take second uncontested. So now 2 runners in scoring position. And there's a ground ball. We're just going to have a play at first. And we do get him at first, but a run does score. All right, I think this might be the top of the order. I have to go look, but I think we've seen number 2 before in his hype fire. And a runner at third, and a curveball 55 that does not get in the zone. Ball 1. I'm getting some very funny texts from those of you who can hear the chants or whatever that is from the Royals dugout. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry, shoot. I had too busy reading my text messages and get that we're now 2 balls and no strikes now to number 2. The runner still on third. And that ball scoots away, and we're going to have a play at home. And they got him. And that is it for out number 3. And on a base running a move there, we get a very needed out at home, but not before the Royals put 3 across. So Jackrabbits in a bit of a hole here, go to the bottom of the second, as we've got a 3-0 lead for the Royals. And it sounds like Ricardo, Mason, and Jack.
No, I can't. I'm all here. I'll try to get here. It's all we need. Yeah, because I'm sure they'll get that last one. They'll get that first one. Don't let them get to that one. Oh, yeah. Yep. I'll come behind you. I'll get behind you. Focus all the time. Outfield, standing in the same spot as the ball is not your job. Eastside can't throw down the first, Eastside can't throw down the third because we're standing in the outfield. Eastside checks. He's not going to throw the ball if he doesn't see a backup move. It's your job to move. You know that. You're taking out the chance of getting out away from here. Fundamental. Has to be every time. Oh, is he doing it?
Let's go, Ricardo.
Let's go, bro. Look at him.
I just didn't want someone else to see it. I know. You know what I mean? Trying not to predate this, you know what I mean? It's a bad habit we're trying to
And in steps Ricardo now, bottom of the second, excuse me. And Jackrabbits need some base runners here. And that ball is corked right up the middle. And Ricardo will take first base on a first pitch single. And so Ricardo at first now with Mason stepping in. I didn't even get a chance to talk about the fact that Ricardo is leading the team in batting average because he saw one pitch there. Mason hits a ground ball, foul to the right side. Mason's hitting .550 on the season, again early, but we have played 10 games, or roughly 1/8 of the games we're going to play for the season. So hitting .550, which is incredible, with 11 hits, 9 singles, and 2 doubles. Ricardo not going. That ball's in the dirt. Excellent stop by the catcher. Really good stop by the catcher because that curve didn't even make it to the plate. So solid play there by the catcher to keep Ricardo at first. We got a 1-1 count now. Ooh, nice 66-mile-an-hour pitch right down Colfax. Mason's got to be swinging at that pitch. He must have been looking for a curve or something there. So Mason's swinging a bright red-orange bat here, pink bat. And there's a nice shot right up the middle again. And Ricardo better go quick to get in there, and he gets back into second safely. So 2 batters, 2 singles straight up the middle. And we're going to have Jack step in, and that'll put Jabrell in the on-deck circle. Jack's got 8 hits on the season, 5 singles and 3 doubles. He's hitting .400. And he does have an on-base percentage of .556. So doesn't take a lot of base on balls, although he does have 6 on the season. And that first pitch is high and away for ball 1. Ricardo with a nice sized lead. The pitcher looking for, let's see, Jack should call timeout here. Pitcher looks back, shortstop decides to skedaddle. That ball's in the dirt. Really excellent stop by the catcher again. He's not afraid whatsoever to put his body in the way. With that, he's going to get Jackson have a 2-0 count. So he can sit here and decide exactly what he wants. Big hole on the right side because the second baseman and the shortstop are both holding the runner on. And they both retreat. Nice 56-mile-an-hour curveball. Started away and broke over the plate. Well executed by the pitcher. And Jack now with a 2-1 count. Looking to maybe pull the ball here. Although there's a nice big hole on the right side if he can go the other way. Or sorry, the left side if he can go the other way. And there's a curveball, 58 again. So Pitcher feeling his curveball today. And with the 2-2 count, Jack will have to be smart here, but looking for the fastball.
Take fastball and just off speed, bud.
Jabrell looking on from the on-deck circle, and a 2-2 count here to Jack. Oh, Jack swings a 63-mile-an-hour pitch well above his helmet for strike 3. So 1 down now. So Jabrell stepping in now, and looks like Esai's in the on-deck circle. Jabrell hitting .467, just really putting a ton of work in the offseason on his batting. It's paying off. He swings at a 66-mile-an-hour fastball in his eyes. Our boys loving those. Jabrell has 7 hits on the season, 4 singles and 3 doubles. And he's driven in 8 runs on the season. He's got a runner out at second who's probably scoring on a hard hit single here. So let's see if we can go. Ooh, swing and a miss 67 on the inside corner. So Jabrell just not able to catch up with number 2's fastball. And now with an 0-2 count, you're going to be looking probably for the curve here. Let's see what we get. And we get something. Again, great stop by the catcher. So ball 1. It looked like that might have been trying to be a fastball away. Pitcher overthrew it and just spiked in the dirt. Not a bad pitch call. Try to get Jabrell to go fishing. And with a 1-2 count, pitcher comes to the plate. Jabrell pops that one straight back. Ooh, it almost lands right back on the catcher in the ump. That was close. So Jabrell with a good swing there. Caught up on the fastball. He's still got that 1-2 count. Ooh, nice 59-mile-an-hour curveball. Jabrell was way ahead of that one, and that'll be strike 3. So 2 down runners at first and second. In steps Esai. With 2 outs now, Jackrabbits runners will be running on any contact. Swing and a miss of 63, and Joe will be in the on-deck circle. I should point out that Aaron is on the IR right now, the injured reserve list. He has a shoulder problem and will not be playing today or tomorrow, or well, today for sure. Unlikely to play tomorrow as well. And nice fastball on the outside corner. So now we got 2 strikes to Esai. Let's see if they go with that. They just did a fastball away, so I'd look for the curve here, but maybe they'll do that fastball away again. And there it is. There's the fastball away. And they got him at third. Ricardo out on a double steal. Esai will get a chance to return to home. Number 16 will return to bat with a fresh count. But Jackrabbits run themselves out of the inning. No runs, 2 left on, and it's currently 3-0 Royals.
Not that way.
So we have, oh no, that's Jabrell running back out. Look at that hustle. Let's see that. Where's the rest of the infield? We've got actually Gianni and Jorge there on the left side. Looks like Emilio will be running out to the outfield, as well as Teddy. And what is happening, everybody here? So Emilio will be in right, and it looks like Teddy in left. Ricardo and Jorge still, of course, second and short, respectively. Joe is at third. Joe's at third. And Mason in left. And I apologize. I said Chris was back on the mound. Jack, our sole left-hander, will be on the mound. So I'm going to do this all over again. This is a hot mess. Jack on the mound. Isai will be behind the plate. Jabrell at first. Ricardo at second. Jorge at short. Joe at third. That's a new spot for him. Teddy in left. Mason in center, and Emilio in right. So Jack is our, I don't know if he's our ace, but he's certainly got the most innings pitched at 13 1/3. He has pitched in 7 of our 10 games. He started 2 of them. He's moved into more of a relief role for us. And he has given up 12 hits, although unfortunately 10 runs, 8 of them earned. And the issue is he's given up 10 base on balls. So a lot of free passes from Jack, especially early in the season. Last weekend he was unstoppable. His ERA is only a 4.2, and his WHIP, that is walks and hits per innings pitched, is 1.65. So what that means is we should expect to see 1.5 batters reach base each inning for him. Obviously that doesn't work. There's no such thing as a half batter, so you'd see 1 in one inning and 2 in another. He has been very effective at leading batters on base, 15 left on base in his 13 innings. So just because they get on does not necessarily mean they will score. So Jack has high hopes of pitching in high school. He's an 8th grader now, and working on having an arsenal of pitches this year. He's really just relied on a fastball for years, and that needs to change. Otherwise the boys will hit him good, so he's got to be able to mix things up. Sporting the number 1. He has been playing for the Jackrabbits since the beginning, going on 5 years now. And his favorite team is the Yankees, but we still love him anyway. And ball is thrown down. Hopefully Isai's throws can get a little bit more accurate. He's had struggled this morning. And the Royals have run. Every batter that's been on first has run to second. So, little conference with his infielders there. And now we're ready to go here at the top of the 3rd. Denver Royals 3, Jackrabbits 0. Number 2 steps in. Jack gets his sign. And that first pitch is a 56 inside. Jack, one of our more emotional kids on our team, one of them, or at least who wears them on his sleeve a little bit more. So we'll see if the yupping, I guess would be the way to describe it, that comes from the dugout is going to bother him. And that is nice single by number 2, right up the middle. So the first batter reaches safely on a single. Number 8 will step in. And let's see if Jack is able to pick off the runner here. He has quite the move. Was able to actually, ironically, get the championship win. Yeah, that came in at 103 on my radar gun, which, as much as I love Jack, I don't think that was as fast there. So radar gun may be a little wonky right now, trying to catch up the left-handed. I have to adjust it so it's getting a little bit better angle. And a play over at first. And Jabrell, the ball gets passed, and so now the runner is going to get over to third on a pickoff play. It was that pickoff play that won the championship last game, where the runner ran on an overthrow and we got him out at second. Not nearly as effective today, unfortunately. So a lot of errors and mental errors so far today, from not making catches to running ourselves off the bases. And there's a nice bunt, and Jack falls on his bottom and can't pick the ball up, and the runner will score, and the runner will also get to first safely. So This is a chance for the boys to really show their character, honestly. Now down a heap of runs and feeling like all the momentum is in the other dugout. Jackrabbits need to figure out a way to pick themselves up, whether that's a good defensive play, whether that's Jackrabbits strikeout here, or a strikeout of the Royals by Jack. Something to change the tide. Tide has gone out, if you will, in the momentum space for the Jackrabbits. So now with nobody out, run across the plate already and a runner on first. We get a ball outside. And we get a Jack on the mound now. Swing and a miss, runner goes. And the ball is again to the shortstop side. Actually gets all the way into the outfield. Good backup by Mason in center. Unfortunately, what could have been, I think we had him on the throw. It just needs to be more accurate. So Jackrabbits now still struggling to get the first out of the inning, and the runner's at second. And there's a ground ball off to the left side, but out of play. So Jack now in a good spot. I believe it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Confirms it is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Jack now just needs to come set. And that should be... Oh, it is outside, 63-mile-an-hour fastball. Number 5 offered at it, but he did not swing according to the home plate ump. So now it's going to be a 2-2 count.
Here we go, one. Anything close? You're good. One's on. One's on.
Jack not looking at second at all. And he gets that third strike of the inning. Or third strike of the at-bat for the first out of the inning, excuse me. 1 down. So Jackrabbits got lucky there with the runner not running. But that was a beautiful curve. Number 5 swung over the top of it. So number 17, so the Royals sporting 1 left-hander, like we sport 1 left-hander. And infield now adjusting. Jabril holding the line a little bit better. Ricardo moving over. There's a beautiful strike, 63 on the outside corner. That had some glove side run on it. So it looked like it was coming over the middle of the plate and then kind of went off to the side. I don't know if Jack is doing that on purpose or just because he's of his arm motion today, but again, not looking back at second at all. And so the runner not paying any attention. That was a 58-mile-an-hour hanging curveball that we got very lucky on. 17 only fouled it away and didn't do something with it. So Jack now with a no balls, 2-strike count. A lot of yupping coming from the dugout, the Royals dugout. And that ball is also 58 and hanging and out of play. So 2 strikes again, number 17. So he's had good swings at a 58-mile-an-hour curveball. I think it's time to come back and maybe throw a fastball inside. The runner's off second is huge. So Jack, again, not looking at second. The runner is almost 45 feet down the line. So Jack's got to do a better job. I know he wants to get the strike out of it, but he's got to do a better job of keeping his runners on. He's getting a little bit of a machine. And there's a foul ball. Thankfully, we're saved because the runner was going to steal third. Esai takes it off the helmet. He's giving everybody the thumbs up. And every infielder yapping at Jack now to check his runners. So Jack in his zone, he doesn't really want to be messing with the runner at second, I don't think. But if he doesn't, he's going to give up a free 90 feet. So he better look. And he does get the runner to at least bounce back and give him a little bit of attention. We have a little bit of popcorn out there, action out there at second. And here comes the pitch. There it is, strike 3. Beautiful. 62-mile-an-hour pitch on the outside corner. So through all of that, Jack was able to maintain his composure and get that strike 3, which is a big...
Hey, listen, guys. We had 6 baseballs. I'm down to 2.
I got 2.
Start
Hey,
chasing baseballs, guys.
yeah, I got 2 right here. I'm just
You
holding
got
them.
some? Okay.
I'm just holding them.
Okay.
All right, boys are hitting so well, and the pitches are so hard that
Send it for me.
Yeah.
we started with 6 baseballs, and now we've got 4, is what the ump is saying.
You're
No,
good.
you're good. You're good.
So we have started with 6. Now we've got 4 in play. We need to go track down 2 others. I think they're related to the fact that the previous left-handed batter hit a bunch of out of play, and we'll just have to go get those. So Jack now will see if he pays attention to the guy at second at all. He's got a fresh batter, and he's got 2 down. He does throw back, so making the runner at second pay a little bit more attention.
Hey, get this kid right here, Jack.
Let's go get him, Jack.
There you go, Malachi. I need a base hit out of you, kid.
I'll zoom in a little bit more there if I can.
He's right there.
And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss at 62. That ball had all kinds of crazy action. It came out of Jack's hand, looked like it was coming in at the batter, and then broke over the plate. That is the fastball. But that one then had arm side run, so I don't know how Jack's holding the ball or what he's doing with his delivery, but all kinds of action on his fastball. That was the curveball, 58, fouled straight back and out of play. So we need to go track that one down. When Jack's not playing baseball, he did play football for his for his middle school team. He also played basketball this season. Be interested to know if he dribbles left-handed and shoots left-handed. And the runner at second with a huge lead. Jack not paying any attention. And that ball is hit down the right field line and foul, thankfully.
Put it away, Jack.
Let's pitch right here, Jack. Let's go.
All right, we're still on 2.
And we got no balls and 2 strikes, so Jack continued to be in the driver's seat here. And he can do what he wants. He just can't be forgetting the guy at second, which he has completely done. And he's running. And he should have been running, but he decides not to. And a foul ball. So it's still 4-0 to the Royals. And the runner at second should probably be at third at this point, because Jack is giving him the base. And the next pitch, the runner is going, and he is absolutely corked down the left field line past Teddy, into the corner, all the way to the fence. It's going to bounce off. The runner will easily score, and we'll see if we have a play at second or if he ends up at third. He ends up with a beautiful double. Corked it down the line. Normally I'm all over my son for playing defense, but I don't think he's going to stop and catch that ball. So we have another run across.
Hey, here we go, Jack.
Let's go, Egg.
And I'm not sure. Oh, Jack just doesn't like the baseball. I thought he was getting a talking to from the ump, but it appears as though he approached the ump to try to get a new baseball. Maybe that's the bad luck baseball. As such, there's now runner at second and 2 down. So good job by the batter there on no 2 count to do something with it and make the Jackrabbits pay. And a foul ball off to the right. We are not going to be, we're going to be in serious trouble here. We don't have a whole crew of folks retrieving these fly balls that go out of play. It's a very long top of the third here.
Go on.
Runner goes. Ball outside, 62. That ball gets past. Teddy should throw it home. And he's safe. The ball skips away from Isai. So Teddy not quick enough on that with a strong enough throw. Joe with not making the play at third. Just a comedy of errors at this point. And it's now 6-0 to the Royals. Super frustrating here to watch the boys just flounder, knowing that they can play better. But, you know, we asked to play up in AAA and to play with the better quality opponents. Royals being that through 2.5 today for sure. And so we're learning. You got to learn. That ball is outside, 59. We got a 1-ball, 1-strike count. I also think Isai wasn't helped there. I don't think anybody in the infield yelled runner going. So he was a late throw, which was part of the reason why I think bounced in front of Joe. Joe's also fresh at third. It's not his normal spot, so he's got to learn that position and learn how to stop that ball. We get time. Batter calls time. Number 4 calls time. Coach recommends he ties his shoe, and he says, "Oh yeah," which is a great catch. Welcome to parenting 13 and 14-year-olds where their prefrontal cortex is not yet developed. So you have to help them do the simple things like tie your shoe, remember your cleats, make sure that you've got your glove, know that you're next in line in the batting order. All those things us grown-ups get to do for the 13 and 14-year-olds we love in our lives. And the next pitch is going to hit him right off the left ankle. That hurts, but he skips down to first. So that's another just free base runner for the Royals. It's weird, I don't think Jack has pitched poorly. He has given up 2 runs, one of them earned. But I think he's pitched well. But struggling here to put together a series of great pitches and then getting some defensive help. That's a nice strike. Oh, somehow not called a strike. So ball 1, right? The letters over the middle of the plate. And that ball is going to be too high at 59. So Jack losing a little bit of steam off his fastball. Was throwing mid-60s, now he's throwing low 60s. So that initial adrenaline is worn off. He's got some got some miles on the arm at this point. Not as fresh as he was. See if we have a play over at first. The runner at first not taking much of a lead. Isai lets the ball through his legs. The runner's going to take second. And we're going to get a timeout here. This is just Paul calming Jack down. That's all this is. There's nothing wrong with Jack's throwing today. It's just making sure he's mentally engaged in the game in a fruitful way. While we do that, let me remind you that you should like and subscribe the channel. But most importantly, if you want to make sure that you're not waiting on me to put the link in the Team Reach app or a loved one to send you the link, if you hit the little bell, the little notification bell, you will get a push notification from YouTube when we go live. We'll next go live around 1 p.m. today, where the temperature will be slightly warmer, but not much. So if you're coming out to the 1 o'clock game, make sure you bring multiple layers and hand warmers and a portable bonfire if you've got one, because it's chilly today. The cold front moved in yesterday, and it's going to be, I think, a high of like 46. But if you're in the shade like I am, it feels like about 26. And so in steps number 36 here with the runner at second after that meeting from Coach Paul. And we have a 3-0 count. And there's strike. Ball right at the letters on the outside corner. I don't blame 36. The first pitch of the at-bat was more or less the same place and was called a ball. So now 3-1 count. Next pitch. Swing. Yep, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So that's what happens when you don't get quite the consistent strike zone. Again, appreciate the ump. He's got control of the game. Everybody makes mistakes, and this guy's a volunteer, you know, weekend warrior, but not that first one being called, which was a strike, being called a ball, has then had subsequent impacts in the last 2 pitches. And that pitch as well, where Jack's ball was elevated at 58, swing and a miss. And they do get him after the conversation with Coach Paul. Jack comes back with 3 straight strikes and ends the inning, but the Royals do more damage. They put 2 more runs on the board. Jackrabbits in a heck of a hole, 6-0 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. And we are about an hour and 10 minutes in, so this is on track for a 4-inning game as well. So let's see. I'll see us putting helmets on, who will be back here in just a second. So number 2 back on the hill for the Royals. We go in the bottom of the 3rd. Isai will return to the plate. Remember, he was at bat when Ricardo was thrown out at 3rd to end the last inning. Behind him, it looks like is Joe and then Melio. The Jackrabbits are playing here in the Caba 14U AAA Luck of the Irish tournament. 12 teams in this tournament. Top 8 will make the kind of winner's bracket tomorrow. The bottom 4 will make the consolation bracket. Likely a 1-1 is enough to make you in the top 8. 0-2 will almost certainly put you in the bottom 4. So Jackrabbits here are going to have to stage a heck of a comeback in the 3rd inning. We should also get in at bat in the 4th inning to win this game. Otherwise, all pressure on the 1 o'clock game. But I get ahead of myself. Plenty of at-bats. Jackrabbits should have at least 6 more outs. And Isai will step in.
Remember the athletic, let's go. Come on, Isai, let's go, bud.
Isai is one of our big catchers, as well as a pitcher. And he's been known to play the outfield as well. He's been with the Jackrabbits since the beginning as well, going back to 2020, I think, when we rolled out, so 5 years. And he is a fan. Oh, when the pitcher steps off, I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like everybody was ready. And we're going to reset here for the first pitch of the bottom of the 3rd. Isai's favorite player is Yadier Molina. So, big fan of Yadi. Oh my goodness, that ball is hit deep into left field. It is over the head of the diving left fielder. Isai is going to have a double. He's going to have a stand-up double on a ball that went 290 feet. I mean, he just uncorked on that. Excellent effort by the left fielder to dive for that ball, but it was way over his head, and Isai with a beautiful leadoff double. So the fact that he got a chance to hit again after the base running mistake at the end of the 2nd comes back to be really good for us with a pop of a double. So Joe will step in again with Melio on deck, and that, with Aaron out on the injured reserve, should flip the lineup over here in the 3rd. So Isai, not the fleetest of foot, is going to need to probably see a pass ball. Pretty deep backstop here. So should the ball get past, runner steps off. This catcher has been really good about not letting any balls get past him, so I'm not counting on that. And Joe offers a bunt at a ball that's way outside for strike 1.
Squeeze. It's not a squeeze. You know if it's a ball, you pull it back.
So Joe getting reminded that it's not a squeeze, that he didn't have to do anything. He's should just be pulling the bat back. So he'll probably have to swing away here unless they really do want to sacrifice Isai over to at least get one run in this inning. Let's see, number 2 comes set. Joe showing bunt again. And he bunts that one off to the right for strike 2. So Joe will now get a swing away. You're not going to have him bunt here. Reminder for those of you who don't follow baseball, a foul on a bunt with 2 strikes is a third strike. It is an automatic strike. There's no way to just keep bunting fouls. So he's going to have to get a swing away here. Number 2 throws the ball in the dirt. Beautiful stop again by the catcher. That boy is a brick wall back there. Some JV coach is going to look at him and get really, really excited about him playing on his team. So Isai really close to the bag back there because both second and short are holding him on. So tons of room on the infield if Joe can put the bat on the ball. Joe swings and misses a half-hearted swing for strike 3, and he's down on strikes. Joe looking a little lost up there at the plate right now. Unfortunate because he was our leadoff hitter for years and just really has a good understanding of what it takes to be a batter, but in a bit of a slump right now. In steps Emilio, and Chris will step in the on-deck circle. With 1 down, Emilio swinging the Cat X. He takes a pitch high, 68 right at the chin. Wow, that's a lot of courage to stand in there. I'd have been bailing out. Pitcher comes set. And that ball gets away from the catcher, but not very far. Actually ends up hitting the ump in the foot. Stays close. So now we got 2 balls. So number 2 was sharp in the first inning and the second inning, but like many pitchers, it's early in the season, doesn't have the stamina, or hasn't had a chance to build up the stamina. I don't know if he has stamina or not, but is looking like he hasn't thrown a lot of strikes here this inning. And the one he did, Isai was able to crush 290 feet. Let's see if he comes back here. Takes a little off at 63, and there's strike right down the middle. So number 2 does the right thing there. Takes a little off to improve his accuracy and gets the strike he needs. Huge hole in the left side with the shortstop holding the runner at second super close. Oh my gosh! Emilio hits that ball, but it is foul. Oh man, he crushed that ball. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. So now Emilio goes from being in the catbird seat to he's got to really be smart here. If number 2's feeling his breaking ball at all, you'd expect to see that here, as he has a pitch to work with. And there's the curve, and 58 swing and a miss for strike 3. Nicely executed by number 2. So, struggle with the first 3 batters, but now, first 2 batters really. And now 2 successive strikeouts. Number 2 has a chance to leave the runner on second. With 2 down now, Isai will be running on any contact. And Chris is in, swinging the Cat X. And he hits that ball straight up. And the shortstop will catch it. And that'll be it. So Jackrabbits strand another. Do not plate any. And with that, we go to the top of the 4th. Plenty of time left on the clock. It is 6-0 Royals.
One got sliced. One went over the fence. Back that way somewhere. That's what he told me. No idea where the other one went. This coach gave me 3 brand new ones. He gave me 3 brand new ones.
So, Ump just explained that baseballs are leaving the yard and never returning. So, And let's see what we get for our defensive alignment and who's going to take the mound here. With Isai being stuck at second, he'll be behind the plate. He'll be putting his armor on. It does look as though Jack is standing around with his infielders, so I think he'll be back on the mound. Still waiting on some outfielders to show up. Top of 4. Top of the 4th. Yeah. I'm not the official book, but that's what Game Changer says. And we're going to have, I apologize, we're not going to have Isai. He's warming up the left fielder. So we'll see who takes behind plate. But we've got Jabril at first, and Ricardo at second, Chris at short, and Gianni at third, which must mean that Jorge is going to be behind the plate. In right field, we've got Emilio. In center, we've got Jack. And in right, we've got Joe, and that will put Mason on the mound. So a new pitcher for the Jackrabbits.
Chest down.
Ain't worried about blocking. What about catching?
Yeah, he's a shortstop, so he can't catch either.
And this will be Mason's
Like I said,
first
awesome.
innings on the mound this season. And he has a very simple job: come in and get 3 outs. Because we will be at a 10:21. We had a 9 o'clock start. We only have 25 minutes left in this game, so the 4th inning should be all that she wrote. So Mason's job is just get them strikes.
Yeah, you know, she got a second.
Mason generally plays second in the outfield,
Now she's stabbing.
but he does like to pitch.
I think this
And this is his first season with the Jackrabbits. Happy to have him aboard.
No, she
And he follows some NL West teams. He's a Arizona Diamondbacks or San Diego Padres fan. Notice that none of the children ever put down the Rockies because the local team is not very good and the ownership is not interested in winning.
Yes, we can find whatever they make that has some
So I'm real unfortunate. I grew up in St. Louis during my elementary school years and middle school years. I was up in Seattle, and each of those locations I was lucky enough to have winning teams. The Cardinals of the Ozzie Smith era, and then the Mariners of the Ken Griffey era. And it definitely robs your baseball childhood if your local team just stinks and doesn't want to win. I can't even imagine what it's like to be an Oakland/Sacramento Athletics fan at this point. So Mason just really has fastball and working on a curve. Jorge with a beautiful throw down second on the throwdown. So we'll see what we get. But this is a pitch to contact kind of inning. There's no plan to just throw 9 high fastball heaters past the batters here. This is going to be one where the defense is going to have to step up. And I suspect Gianni and Chris on the left side are going to see a lot of action with Joe in left field. Also going to see something. So number 3 steps in, and Mason off the windup. And his first pitch is 62 and right down Colfax. My goodness, what a good start for Mason. If he has any nerves, it didn't show there. And the next pitch. Return of the Yuppers.
Everything else. So I'm like, well, that's my one day.
So that's a unique chant. I have not heard that in a long time, if ever.
But it's like,
That ball is high and away. So now Mason, after a first pitch strike, is gone in the hole. 2 balls and 1 strike. And that ball is way high, 60 miles an hour, ball 3.
Mason, slow yourself down. Slow down.
So 3-1 pitch here is the batter doesn't. This is the perfect count. You know, if it's not perfect, you don't have to swing at it. And if it is perfect, you're ready for it. There it is. Oh, that ball's high. Ball 4. Man, I thought that was a strike. So with that, first batter, it becomes our first runner with a 5-pitch base on balls.
At least got the shade or gone to the vehicle something.
So in steps number 29, and we'll see if we can make a play at second here. We know that the Royals are running. And we'll have the throw down, and it's going to be second base side. It's actually going to get into the outfield. Jack there to back it up. So not really executing on the throw downs today whatsoever. So now Mason's really just job is to get the outs, so he's got to focus on the batter. He can't ignore the runner at second, as we have been doing.
Yes, exactly.
And
Warm fuzzy.
Mason does look at him. Swing and a miss, 62. Had a nice glove side run.
Yeah, she was like,
So kind of running away from a right-handed batter. By my count, that's a no ball, 2-strike count now. So Mason has a chance here to get his first out on this next pitch. Ooh, he has a nice curve at 53. Freezes 29, actually makes him bail out a little bit, but does not break enough over the plate.
we don't want you to get worse, exactly.
But I am not afraid.
Anybody have the count? You have the count.
You got to count. What's going?
What?
2-1.
2-1.
All right, we got a 2-1 count. I apologize. I guess that first pitch on the throwdown was not a strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike. So really up to Mason to put a ball over the plate here. Ricardo will hold the runner on. The runner is going. Swing and a miss. And that ball goes way into the outfield. And we're going to have a play at home. And it's going to be offline. And another overthrow at third means that we give up another run. So with that, the Jackrabbits are now in a 7-0 deficit and a 2-2 count. Coach Paul a little grumpy. Again, not executing on the basics, the sort of stuff that we did last weekend to win 4 games in a row on Sunday. 2-2 counts. So now there's nobody on. Infield can focus on just getting the first out of the inning. But again, a base on ball, stolen base, error. You know, you hate to see that. That is, that's not AAA baseball. And that ball is way high, 3-2. So Mason's now going to have to come back with a strike. He's coming off the stretch, not the windup, even though nobody's on. And that ball is high as well, 58 and high, ball 4. So Mason in and around the strike zone, but not consecutive enough to make the batters want to swing. I've seen him pitch a bunch, and I thought his pitches would be more competitive. We'll get the batters to be swinging. Number 3 steps in. He's got a dish towel out of one pocket and a oven mitt out of the other, so must be handy around the kitchen. Then we get a balk from the field ump. So that'll be a non-pitch, and the runner will take second. Not sure what happened. That was unfortunate because that pitch was a strike, but it was no pitch because it was a balk.
It's always after that. They should make the counters
And that ball was hit off to the right. That's what I expected. And that almost hit my right field camera. That would have been really sad. So 1 strike now to number 3.
That's right, because then all the more recovers.
And they do have Mason does a motion to second, but does not actually throw. There's nobody there at the time. If you're the Royals, you might as well keep running. We haven't shown that we can make a play at third. There's strike two at 62. Again, more glove side run with his. So breaking away, or sliding away, if you will, on the same horizontal plane to a right-handed batter. The good news is what that means is it puts it not over the barrel of the bat, but off the end of the bat. So, and there's a ball low. Hoping to get number 3 chasing, I think, there. That looked like that was where that was supposed to be.
You got it, Mason. Here we go.
Oh, 60-mile-an-hour pitch, a little high, a little high.
I said that. I'm right.
That was a nice pitch. Good take by number 3. We got 2-2 count. There it is. No! Wow. Apparently just outside. Man, Mason in and around the zone here. Just missing. Can't nibble anymore with a full count. He's got to come. He's got to stop giving up base on balls. His job is to pitch to contact. Ball away, ball 4. So 3 batters, 3 base on balls. Royals haven't had to do anything at this point other than stand in the box. And number 2 will step in. I believe this is the top of the order. And a runner on first and second. So double play is in order. We can get a ground ball in the infield. That ball is high, 62. So Mason's fastball coming in just about sort of chin nose high, and he needs to bring it down about another 6 inches, maybe 12 inches to get it back in the zone.
Oh, that's it.
So they're near, but they're not near enough. There's one. Swing and a miss, 62 right at the knees. Runner staying at first and second. Nice curve, beautiful strike, 54. Froze number 2 completely and broke over the plate. We'd seen that one pitch earlier, didn't quite get the break last time. This time it did. So now number 2 has 2 strikes on him and 1 ball. That ball bounces off Jorge, and everybody's going to move up 90 feet. There's exactly no play to be had. So now the force play is gone. If and when number 2 puts the ball in play, it'll have to be at first. Be better off here if Mason could make a strike, get us our first out of the inning. There it is. That ball is hit behind Melio. 1 bounce to the fence, or maybe 3 bounces to the fence. That's going to score 1. That's definitely going to score 2. And let's see if we have a play at 3. No, we have a play at second. And a base clearing double. Sorry, a 2-run double by number 2. So the Royals now putting a significant distance between them and the Jackrabbits. Number 8 steps in. And we get a step off. Still nobody down for the Royals. They've plated 3 this inning. There's a nice, not sure where that one missed. 62. Maybe outside for ball 1. Mason's now going to fall prey to the old adage that you got to be throwing strikes to get called strikes. And he struggled to put consecutive strikes together, so he's not getting the borderline pitches. And that pitch is high and away.
Hey, reach back and throw, kid. Chest down, finish.
Foul ball. Nice pitch. And not sure who would come in to fall on Mason. Maybe Joe? Or potentially Isai could come in. I don't seem to be warming up at our end, so not clear that anybody is, but just trying to figure out if they were to bring anybody in who we might see. We know that I believe Teddy is starting game 2. The time call, everybody steps off and steps out. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the Jorge's glove. So that's 60. And Mason can do that. He can keep the ball low, throw right around 60, or can do a lot of contact, and then our defense can make plays. It's the base on balls that are killing us here. Free passes are just that. Want to make sure that your opponent always earns it. The Royals here, though, when they've had base on balls, have taken the advantage to score. Strike 3! What a beautiful curve. Right, froze number 8 and broke over the plate. So Mason's curveball is working. It is freezing all the batters and then breaking over the plate. So really beautiful execution there. Maybe a ray of hope here on what's been a kind of dour inning so far. 1 down.
How many outs you got?
1.
One.
And 1 down with runner at second. Number 5 steps in. And the runner takes off, and the ball gets all the way to the backstop. And Mason comes up hobbling there. He's now kind of walking funny.
Don't backhand the ball, they slide over and block it. You're not a shortstop. Slide. Let's go. Work. You got to work on it.
So Mason,
right? Work.
Mason really grabbing that front ankle, his left ankle, and kind of standing gingerly right now. Now he's stepped off. I don't know if he twisted it when he came down last pitch or what, but definitely favoring the other ankle. And there's a curve that doesn't go anywhere. Oh, and he's in safely because the ball gets away from Mason. So number 2 was caught dead to rights. Jackrabbits don't execute on the pickle, and number 2 scores. So good job by the Royals are doing exactly everything right today, while the Jackrabbits are struggling to do the basics. And that's a 10-run lead now for the Royals, I believe, if my numbers are correct. And this game is less than stellar for the Jackrabbits here. Ladies and gentlemen, the jump from AA to AAA is further and higher than I expected. I've also lost track of the count here. I think it's 2-0, excuse me. And now not only am I sitting in the shade, but a cold breeze is blowing across the broadcast booth here. The ball is high, and it's ball 4. My bad, I was off by a pitch. Oh, I missed the pitch with the rundown, yeah. And we're getting another base on balls. And Mason's going to go get a conversation with Coach Paul. Jorge is going to wander out as well, see if we can't figure something out. I think we're having a conversation about how he's feeling. Kind of a psychological visit, not a visit around technique or around executing. Again, Mason's first time on the mound this season.
We're good with that. We're good with the runners. Guys got it? Yeah, thank you. 14-5. Yep, we're good. Got it for your book. Do you need it?
I'm not the official book. I got, with 4 cameras and talking the whole time, I can't keep the book either. I had 2-0 on the last batter, and then you sent it to first. I was like, I guess I was wrong. All right, the infield has a little chance. Yeah, well, I appreciate you being out there so our boys can play today. You are an unsung hero, my friend. And I know the money is worth it, of course. All right, number 17, lefty, steps in. We've seen him a couple of times today. There was a substitution at first. It looks like we've got a new runner who has a giant lead. He's definitely going. I'd love to see a push. Oh, ball is hit down the left field line and foul. And another ball that we'll have to go chase a long way. That would look like that may have gone on the other field, actually. So now someone's got to go onto the other field and grab it and then run out to the outfield. All right, so 1 strike now with a big lead at first. I'd love to see Mason at least throw over. Runner does not go. That ball's popped up and straight back. Right here, right here. And now Mason in the driver's seat. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if we don't take one of those curve balls. That's going to look like it's outside to number 17, then break over. I'd love to see him throw that one here. We definitely need the second out. I mean, we need 3 outs, but we definitely need another one here to at least calm things down. Foul ball off the batter's front foot while he's still in the box. That was the curve. It floated over the plate too much, however. At 10:41, this will certainly be the final inning. Jackrabbits still need to get 2 more outs, and then they will be at bat. You want to hit that notification bell here on your screen, because if you don't, you won't realize that our 1 o'clock game is almost certainly going to be delayed. And you'll be tuning in sooner than you need to. But that bell will tell you exactly when we're live. That ball is in the dirt. Good stop by Jorge, who does slide over and stop it. Jorge's our shortstop usually, and he's trying to learn the position of catcher, which is primarily using your body first, glove second, whereas out at short, you're trying to grab it with your glove first, and body is kind of almost irrelevant. And that ball is high and away.
Chest down, reach, finish.
And the runner at now it's first with even bigger lead. That ball is high, ball 3. So we went 0-2 now to 3-2. Mason has to come back. He's just going to have to serve up 17 his fastball here. And he knows it, 17 knows it, we all know it. The question is, who can execute on this here? And the runner goes. Strike 3 on the outside corner. So they're going to give second to the runner. Defensive indifference, but we do get the second out of the inning. 17, I'm not sure what he was looking for there, but he let a nice pitch go. And with that, Mason did execute what he needed to do. And finally had the second out of the inning, but a runner in scoring position out there at second with a 10-0 lead by the Royals, who have really been taking it to the Jackrabbits today. In steps number 11. And his first pitch is going to be high and away at 57. So number 11 swinging the blue Hype Fire. I believe that is the drop 8, if I think, but no, it can't be, because I don't think you can swing the drop 8 at this age. Drop 5, just a different color. There's some difference between the orange one and the blue one. If anybody knows, you're welcome to throw it in the chat or send me a text. Batter tried to call time, was not given it. And with that, he gets a strike. So Mason executes when the batter was not ready. Well done, Mason. So, number 11 takes a lot of warm swings here, trying to get himself, I guess, cued in. There it is. Mason ready. Number 11 ready. Here comes the pitch. There's the curve. Oh, man, Mason's curve just scares the bejeebies out of right-handed batters. He doesn't get the break he needs. Oh. Number 11 duck there. We didn't need to because that was such a good pitch. Mason now comes set. Batter tried to call time again. He's going to take ball 4 outside. So runners at first and second now. I apologize. I realize I need a battery for my iPad. So I'm going to be a second here on the cameras. And the next pitch, the first pitch of the at bat is way outside. Jorge does go and get it. Good job. So with 2 down, Mason just needs to get 1 more here. And that ball is high, hits the net. Everybody's going to move up 90 feet.
You got it, Mason. Here we go.
So now 2 runners in scoring position with 2 down. Mason bounces that ball into number 4.
Block that.
And that ball is high as well. So we walk the bases loaded. And there's now 2 down, bases loaded. Coach can't go talk to him without removing him. So we'll see how long Coach leaves him out there, but at a 10-0 lead and bases loaded, number 36 steps in. Mason will go off the wind-up now. Let's see if that helps improve accuracy a little bit. Swing and a miss at a 62-mile-an-hour fastball right down Colfax. I think you just do this, Mason. Just challenge him with fastballs, and if they hit you, hit you. But stop trying to nibble around the edges and just pound the middle of the plate. Strike on the inside corner. That ball was not where Mason wanted it, but it was a nice spot at the knees. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. There's the 3rd out of the inning. So Mason off the windup is a much stronger, more accurate pitcher than I is off the stretch. So something for him to learn from. And we can go to the bottom of the 4th. Ump has confirmed time has expired. And Jackrabbits will need to pull off a heck of a comeback here if they're to put this one into the victory books. Otherwise, we will be back at 1 o'clock and have to win the 1 o'clock game. 1 o'clock we play the Boulder Bisons, as I see it on Game Changer. They have not played any games outside yet this year, so they'll play right after us. So we'll get them in their 2nd game of the year. And looks like number 2 is going to come back and he's going to finish the game. So it's his game to start and his game to finish.
There we go.
you get a bat yet? You know?
I cannot wait to stand in the sun. My toes are completely numb. This is worse than a cold day up on the ski lift, honestly. All the cold, none of the fun, none of the adrenaline. Especially the way the Jackrabbits have been playing. Not up to their par, and the way the Royals have just done all that they needed to do. I guess there was the one dropped pop-up, but other than that, they have done exactly everything they need to do in the field and at the plate. So hats off to them. All right, I was wrong. There is, in that Hype Fire, there's no difference except the color. So just another way for the manufacturer to take $300 or $400 off of a parent, I guess. So hats off to them. The capitalism is amazing. So Jorge will step in, swinging the bright. Kids don't like when I call it pink, but it is really a bright pink bat. And Teddy will be in the on-deck circle.
If you want, you can start passing a hat around.
Jorge is batting, I think we mentioned this already, he's batting .412 and a .677 on-base percentage. He has 7 hits on the season, 5 singles and 2 doubles, 7 RBIs, but he has 14 walks. This boy knows where the strike zone is and does not swing. Oh, that was a beautiful curve for number 2. 55-mile-an-hour curveball. Came in at the shoulders and ended at the knees. I don't know if Jorge could have done anything with that had he even been able to read it correctly. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Jorge hits a nice one right up the middle. And they're going to throw it. Good job by the shortstop to come pick that up, throw it over. So a 6-3 put out for the first out of the game. Teddy steps in and Gianni will get in the on-deck circle. Shout out to Nana and Papa, whose birthday gift helped support the Cat X that Teddy is swinging. Teddy blowing on his hands, which means his hands are cold. Let's see if that's going to impact the way he swings, because he hates hitting with cold hands. There's a curveball, nice. Registered at 48 actually on my gun. I don't know, that feels a little faster than that, but regardless, it was slow and breaking, and Teddy couldn't do anything with it. So strike 1. Next pitch. Teddy swings. Ball gets away from the catcher, the first time all day, and doesn't matter whatsoever, other than it surprised the ump and me. And Teddy with a no ball, 2 strike. He's going to strike out here on the next pitch, because he'll be swinging regardless, and if the pitcher knows anything, he won't put it anywhere near the zone. And Teddy hits a ground ball over to the shortstop, and he throws over to first, and he's going to get Teddy by half a step. So great play by the shortstop. He didn't strike out, but Teddy is out. That's 2 outs, and Gianni is our only hope here. So number 2 has been very impressive on the hill today.
Nice run, Teddy.
I have to go back and look, but I think Teddy's pulled an outside pitch. Anytime you pull an outside pitch as a right-handed batter, it's a ground ball to short. So that's, I think, what happened there. Gianni now will see the first pitch of the at-bat. Is a curve and comes in just over the bill of his cap. I would love to see that pitch again, a little lower, because it was hanging. I think Gianni could hit that ball 300 feet. And he hits that ball down the left field line. That is going to be all the way to the fence. Gianni will be at second. The ball gets past the cutoff man and dribbles into the infield. And Gianni with the first solid hit of the inning, with the lead that the Royals have over the Jackrabbits. Pitcher need not worry about Gianni. He'd probably love to pitch a shutout today, but he's working on 1 more out and he gets the win, which is really all that matters. Gianni at second. Ricardo in the batter's box. And looks like Mason is in the on-deck circle. And Ricardo doing a little bit of work on his batting glove, I guess. Either had something in it or didn't fit correctly. Either way, he's got his putting his right-hand batting glove back on. Grabs the Cat X.
Are you doing it now?
Up middle.
Is there somebody playing?
And there's that curve. So number 2 has started, I think, everybody off this inning with the curve. That one is low and away. Ball 1.
Yeah, I was like, why are we doing that? But it helps.
So Ricardo loves it himself a good fastball.
Right.
Ricardo does lead the team in batting average. He's batting .667. So 2/3 of the time he puts the ball in play, he is reaching base safely. He does have 1 homer for the season, but primarily these are all singles. 10 of his 14 hits are. And that ball's in the dirt. And the catcher is going to... Gianni sort of meandered over. I mean, he ran-ish, but the ball kind of skipped away from the catcher, and he didn't necessarily go as hard as he could or should, and made it a little closer at third than it needed to be. But regardless, the Jackrabbits do have a runner in scoring position. I don't know if we would bunt here with 2 outs. And there's a 66-mile-an-hour right down the pipe. Oh, that must have been a 3-0 count. That's what Ricardo was doing. Now we have 3-1 count. Ball through the infield will score Gianni and at least get rid of the shutout. Instead, Ricardo is going to take first. And Mason will be swinging the bright pink Rawlings. With runners at first and third and 2 down. So again, a ball through needs to be through the infield here, barring a mistake from the Royals, for us to plate a run with 2 down. The ball's in the dirt. Great stop by the catcher again.
Just be careful not to bend too much, you can snap your pulse. That works too.
And that ball is at the letters on the outside. Well thrown by the pitcher, and Mason has a 1-1 count. Ricardo's staying at first. I guess Ricardo's already been thrown out once. No sense in ending this inning if we don't think we can get a free pass. There's a ground ball down the third base line, but foul right into Coach Hunter's hands, and he's going to return the ball back to the pitcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Yeah, this is a fastball count for sure. They could mess around with the curve, but I think you just end the game here with the fastball. Let's see what we get. That's the attempt. It was 69, threw very hard, but it was wide. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ricardo still at first. Gianni at third. 2-2 count. Mason with a nice foul away.
Hey, keep fouling, kids. Spread them out, choke up. What do you got? 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. 2 runners on.
Foul, kid. Sit fast, react the curve. Okay, we need you, kid.
So with the 2-2 count here, I wouldn't be surprised to see that curve. And I think that was the attempt. Ricardo will take second now on that. That ball broke super early, I think, or did. Nothing the catcher could do there besides get his body in the way, and Ricardo will take second. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Jackrabbits have had runners in scoring position in the past, but have not been able to plate them today. Let's see if Mason can change that with a 3-2 count. And he's going to take ball 4. So excellent at bat by Mason to take the bases loaded for the Jackrabbits. All is not lost, ladies and gentlemen. All is not lost. There's a long way to go, but there is now some momentum in the Jackrabbits' sails, and we get a timeout from the Royals coach. I guess he's feeling what many of us are feeling here, that Jackrabbits have a little bit of momentum. He's going to call timeout and try to slow it down. So Jack can't be thinking too much here. He's just got to see it and hit it. Just put the ball in play. We want to keep the line moving. We got too many runs to make up to worry about being a hero right now. The answer is get 90 feet. Move 90 feet. With 2 down, Jackrabbits will be running on any hit. Number 2 comes set. And he throws that curveball again in the dirt. So snapping it off a little bit early. Brilliant job again by the catcher to stop the ball and keep Gianni back at third. And Jack hits one, but off his front foot. Oh, and he goes down pretty hard. Yeah, that's going to hurt. That is going to hurt. Going to need to walk that off. So we've got Gianni there at third. And we've got Ricardo out at second. And Mason at first. Jack now back.
You know, mine's got a dislocated shoulder probably. I'm like, here's 4 Abdul. Shut up, go.
Jack now back in. He's got that 1-1 count. Sitting fastball. Let's see what he gets. Fouls off a curve. And now he's in a little bit of a hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, Jack, we don't get caught watching in this situation, right? Anything close, you gotta go get it.
Coach reminding Jack that we are not watching strike 3 here. If it's close, you're swinging at it. Don't go down quietly here. At least make an effort at anything that's close. And a 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just came off a curveball. Look for a fastball here. And that it was. Hits 70, but he is high and away. So number 2 put a little extra oomph into that one. Little extra oomph there, and that messed up his timing and his delivery. So ball 2. And look for that fastball again. You can say it's a curveball, and it is popped out to first, who does come down with it. And first baseman makes the third and final out of the inning and the game. So with that, the Jackrabbits go down. They are shut out in our first AAA game of the season. Well done by the Royals, who were able to shut us down. They put 10 across the plate themselves. They helped with plenty of free passes from our pitchers, but nonetheless, there was some timely hits and excellent base running, and there was no reason that they shouldn't walk away with this victory. So congratulations to them. Jackrabbits will be back at around 1 p.m. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and we will be playing the Boulder Bison. So on behalf of Jackrabbits Broadcasting and Vamos Liebres Radio, we will be back here in a couple hours.